Hey, how are you guys? Yes, I'm tired. I have been doing too much. And so I'm just reaching and discovering that there's only so much I can do. Am I the only one who goes from the minute they wake up to the minute they go to bed when it comes to cleaning and cooking and working and everything else in the books? It seems like I just don't get much time to stop. I am trying to fit journaling and, self-care into that. And some days I win. But lately, I have not. But I did take 4 days off for going to a Tony Robbins conference. I did take 3 days off. Well, that includes the weekend. I took Friday off to go camping. And then this week, I took off Wednesday and Thursday to help my sister who had surgery. So I'm just not able to take as much time off. All right, let's talk about 5-year plans. Last night I was doing what I'm doing, calling on the phone, and I talked to a woman. She goes, well, my 5-year plan says this. And I was like, oh my God, a 5-year plan. I used to do that stuff. But I've really never done a full 5-year plan because relationships. It's always wanting to leave it open in case someone comes in my life and we'll have to adjust, we'll have to change. It's like, you know what? I've been thinking about it for the last 12 hours. Screw that. I'm going to do a 5-year plan. What do I want? What do I want my life to look like? And I'm not going to, one thing I'm learning about when it comes to manifestation and to creating the life that you really want is not putting how it's going to happen, but putting what you want to happen. So your goals. So one of my biggest goals, and I don't know how it's going to happen, but one of my biggest goals is to live in a house where I can have the house open to the fresh air about 80% of the time. That's how it was when I lived in India and in Colombia. The houses were open with the windows open all the time, fresh air blowing through, and yeah, bugs inside. And I loved it. I absolutely adored it. Because I love and crave fresh air. I love and crave beautiful looking out and just seeing countryside, not other houses. That really nourishes my soul. And I live in a beautiful home, but it's definitely in a neighborhood, and there's a lot of houses around it. So I don't know how it's going to work. I'm not even going to say I have to not live here. I'm just simply going to say one of the goals that I would like to have is being in a house that's outdoors. And then I put down my son. He's doing really good. But I was raised outside of the school system. I was homeschooled. And I've never been to college in my life. I'm incredibly smart. I love to learn. I love to read. I love to expand my brain. And my entire family's that way. I don't really know how mom and dad did that. I've got to sit down and start thinking about it. Because they just gave us all this huge desire to want to learn and understand this world. And every one of my brothers and sisters and my parents, we love to learn. So how do I pass that to my son? How do I give him where learning is an experience that you enjoy? And how do I help him accelerate? I graduated from high school when I was 16. And I really want him to do that. So, again, we're not putting in the how. We're just putting in what. So we're putting in really what we want. And then I've put in reference to a relationship, what I want that relationship to look like, what I want from the man. And then I've put in about my health and about how we eat and how we sleep and about my relationship with God, how I'd like that to grow more intimate. To have an intimate relationship with God is a little mind-boggling, I'll be honest. I've never really thought of that, but I've been part of this woman's Bible study that talks about it. And it's like, I don't know. I was kind of like talking to my sister about it yesterday. I'm like, this is just a little cuckoo. And she started explaining a little bit more about it. And I'm like, huh. Because God is your best friend, if you will. Well, in my opinion, God is my best friend if I allow him to be. And if I put my focus on him, I find that my day goes so much easier, so much smoother, and he guides me. I don't have to figure out the hows. I just have to figure out where my goals are. And so, okay, let's add that into my 5-year goals. I'd like to become more intimate with God. And then another thing is my online business. I really want to grow and expand that. And I want to move more into becoming a real estate investor. So it's good to I'm really enjoying that I'm getting clarification in reference to what I really want. And I'm looking forward to seeing it all fall into place. And I know over time I will evolve. I know that things will tweak, things will change, goals will not be the same. But in reference to kind of the basic cornerstones of what I'd like, those are them. And one more thing that I really want in my life is more people. I love a house full of people. And I really love a house full of people that come and go, travelers. It just brings such amazing energy. So I'm putting that out there too. So there we have it. I have got 2 entire pages. And it was interesting. It just flowed off. Just, what do I want? And I've been thinking about it. Went for a walk. Took the crazy dog for her walk. And it's like, oh. So we're going to figure this out. And yes, Salem, I do believe in God. I believe in God very much. And Raed, well, I live in Florida. You're welcome to come visit if you want. And Mr. James, nice to see you guys. Have a fantastic day. I am going to do more on these little Facebook Lives. I'm going to start talking about more important things to me, business, stuff like that. So get ready. Take care of yourselves. Bye.